Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shuffle Podcast. This is episode 89. We're the Cookie Shuffle guys. I'm Joe,
I am Dave.
and that's my Bud Light. Nice. That sounded really crisp. That was very nice.
Nice and cold.
Yeah, mine too. Just took it out of the fridge. First of all, Dave, I wanted to show you this hat that I got the other day in the mail. Nice new bucket hat.
Bill's bucket hat.
Bucket hat. It's from training camp, and it's got the logo on the back. It's a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. It seems really floppy, and it's got this string that I'm going to take off because fuck that.
Can you put that on? Because I feel like I don't know how it looks on you.
It looks big, and I can't return it because they specifically said on their website for this hat, no returns. But it was dirt cheap.
Yeah, I mean either way, I even just if it didn't fit my head, if it was too big, I just have it hanging in my house anyways.
Yeah, I just like bucket hats. I only have one other bucket hat, but I'm never gonna wear it. This is too big.
Yeah, it's a very floppy bucket hat.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
What if I put down everything but the front?
It looks like more of a safari hat type deal.
Yeah, I should have got the other one that I was looking at. I think I sent it in the group chat. It was a white one that had a little bit shorter brim, but I don't hate it. And if I'm drunk at a Bills game, I'd wear it.
Right. You just kind of bring it and then,
yeah,
it'll keep your head dry.
Exactly. Well, it wouldn't because this is vented on the top.
Oh, okay.
It's stretchy though. It's nice. Look at how stretchy that is.
Yeah, they made that weird kind of. It seems like they made it too big.
Yeah, because it says one size fits all, and it fits firmly right. This is tight on the head, but this is just too much.
Yeah.
That looks a little bit better. Up a little bit higher.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah, it's a big fucking blue circle. And now my hair is probably fucked. Somebody asked me the other day, before we get started with anything, I'm going to tell this story. I care a lot about how my hair looks all the time. I spend way too long doing my hair, and that's by choice. It's whatever. So somebody asked me the other day, they go, why do you care so much about how your hair looks? Why do you give a shit? And I'm because I literally explained, I was I was made fun of for so long for two things in school when I was a kid.
Sweatpants and hair.
Yeah, literally. How the fuck did you know?
Well, because you've told the sweatpants story and now you're talking about your hair. So
so I was bullied for wearing sweatpants and for never doing my hair. And that's on me. I should have fucking done my hair because I looked like a fucking rat all of the time. So I'm and that has carried on with me. That has come with me into my quarter age now.
I've had some bad hair days.
Oh yeah, and I would have bullied me. I looked like shit, and all throughout high school too.
You did your hair in high school though, didn't you?
It's senior year, but I would say probably junior year I started doing my hair, but at least half of high school I would just had
Remember you got what is that called? You got the French tips.
I had highlights. You're thinking frosted tips.
A frosted tips French
tips. Yeah, I had highlights, blonde highlights. It's no wonder everybody thought I was gay. Which it's fine. If I was gay, it's fine. But I'm not gay, and I never was.
There was this one picture of me and I don't know. I was still in 14 Helpers, but my hair was down. Slightly down to here and just a V formed right here. It split right there and it was just down I had a fucking bowl cut. I
used to when I had my hair on my forehead without it fucking doing anything, I would just part it in the middle just to keep my forehead clear.
Oh my God. Yeah. The amount of times when
no fucking wonder I was bullied as a kid.
There was the amount of times I would take my head and be
when I had my long hair, remember my sophomore year of high school when I just grew my hair out and it curled on the ends?
Yeah.
I would all the time, I'd just be
Dude, constantly.
What the fuck is wrong with me?
Ninth grade, my hair was like that. And then I think, well, the beginning of ninth grade, I think. And then either way, it was either ninth grade or whatever. After that point, I would get a haircut sometime. I'd got my first haircut and I was just like, and I was like, oh, I don't fucking have hair
Don't have to
anymore.
do that, yeah. I'm getting a haircut when I come home. That's like one of the first things I scheduled. And I can't wait. Like I love having short hair now.
What time? When are you getting it?
I get tomorrow. What time I'm getting in?
What time? Yeah, what time are you getting in?
My flight lands at 3:45. The appointment is for like 4:00.
Joe,
Not for my hair. Not for my hair. For the tattoo.
Oh, it's at 4:30.
Oh, 4:30. Okay. And then my hair appointment. I think it might be the next day at like 10 a.m.
Oh, okay.
Or it's that day at like 7 p.m. But I'm pretty sure it's the next day at 10 a.m.
How do you?
I don't remember because I made it like weeks ago when I first bought the tickets home.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I wanted to. After the podcast, I want to see what we're doing. We'll talk about tomorrow. But, so yeah, what was your story about? You said I'm going to tell this story first, or was that it about the hair? You got bullied with your hair in your head.
Oh, I do have another work story, but if you want to continue, if you want to tell something, I can wait for this story.
Yeah, I mean, sure, whatever. So on Sunday, I had to drive to Uncle Buck's shop.
Yeah.
To meet Mom there because she was dropping her car off. And I pull in, but she said I'm going to go to Walmart. I'll text you when I leave there and then you can leave to go. I was like, okay. So I figured at some point it was like 7:45 or something like that, maybe 7:30 it was. And I was like, where the heck is she? Like I'm
PM or AM?
PM.
Okay.
I was like, I'm getting antsy, whatever. I was like, I'm just gonna go fill up my gas right now because I was on like just less than a quarter.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna go.
My gas light came on today, just now while I was driving home.
Oh my God! You should have stopped off and got some gas. Because then, whatever. Anyways, so I was go get gas. And I'm like, maybe by the time I get gas and then turn back around, she'll text me, whatever. Still didn't. So either way, I filled up my tank, got home, waited another like 10 minutes. Then she texts me. Drive to Uncle Buck's. All fine and dandy. I get there, sitting on my phone, looking at trucks actually to like purchase.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that doesn't smell right. I'm like, it smells like something's burning. So I turn my car off.
Yeah.
I open up the hood and it just smells like burning something.
That's not good.
And I see some liquid, but I didn't really think anything of it because like I just saw like the hose, like something on the black hose. There was something wet, but I didn't like touch it or anything. I just kind of saw it and I was like, whatever. I mean, I don't know why. I probably should have really thought about it if my car was smelling like that.
Yeah.
But I was like, whatever. And then I turned my car back on to like see if I hear anything or whatever. And then the check engine light turns on. And I'm like, what the shit?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm just going to keep my car off, whatever. So then Mom pulls in. She said, all right, pull up. Let's transfer the groceries. I turn my car on. I roll forward. This car sounds like ass now.
Oh, shit.
It's like just like doesn't even want to go. Like it goes, but it's just, So then I turn it off and I go, yeah, let's see if we make it home, Ma, because my check engine light just turned on.
And where were you at this point?
We're still Uncle Buck's.
Okay, so like you're far from home.
Yeah, we're like 25 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that. So she's like, what? I was like, yeah, my check engine light turned on. So, and it doesn't, she's like, oh my God, yeah, I do smell that. So whatever. She was like, maybe you should leave your car here and we should just take my car home and I'll drop it off in the morning.
I think so, yeah.
But I was like, no, like, let's just go. And she drops her key off, whenever we get in the car. I start it. Yeah, it starts and then it stalls. And I go, oh, cool. So I started again. It starts and it's going, but it's rumbling. It's like it wants to die again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, let's just go. And by the way, she also said, can we stop at Tops before we did anything? She's like, I need to stop at Tops too. And then I was like, yeah, I think I'm just going to try and get home.
Yeah.
Because she said there's a Tops close by.
Right. Yeah.
But
We're
I was
just
like,
up the road.
if I'm going to any Tops, it's going to be the one closest to home.
Yeah.
Because if anything, if it breaks, at least it's close.
Yeah.
You know? So we start going. That we get to like, I'm thinking, okay, if I have to pull off, let me try and think of where I could pull into because it sounds like it's going to die. Then we pass a car wash. I saw the car. I knew the car wash was coming up. Not the Delta Sonic, but another one.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I could pull in there. It's wide space. I can easily pull in. Won't be in anybody's way. I was like, no, let's just keep going. We passed a gas station. Mom said, oh, that would have been a good place to stop if you needed to. I'm like, yeah, but we keep going. I get up to the 5 corners and lights red. I'm like,
fuck, that's the worst feeling in the world.
No. I was hitting all green lights. I wasn't stopping. I was like, okay, luck is on my side.
Yeah.
I'm going. If I don't stop, then I'm gonna be good. I hit that red light and it's just I'm like, oh my God. So I make it right. And I pull into like where that Arby's is right there.
Okay. Like at that where that Tops is.
Oh yeah, there's a Tops there, right?
Yeah, no, like the liquor store that and the Tim Hortons.
Oh yeah, there's
at 5 corners.
Yeah, it's Lowe's Plaza. But
yeah.
I didn't go that far. Like right where Tina used to work. Great Clips. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, I don't even know what I could check, but I'm just gonna open the hood, see whatever. So
see what's up.
I checked the oil. That's the only thing I know how to check. Honestly, clear. It's clean, nice and clean. If you look at the sticker, it says either change it in May, which I didn't, or change it at 154,000 miles. I'm only at 150.
Okay.
So I'm chilling because I legit only go to work.
Right.
Like, it's not like I'm doing these long trips back and forth, doing all these drives. It's like I drive 7 minutes to work and 7 minutes back. Yeah. So I'm not really putting my car under a lot of stress. Took it out. Oil's clean. I'm like, all right, it's probably got nothing to do with what's going on, but
good thing to check always.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, let's just try and make it home. Started again, smooth sailing all the way to Tops. I'm like, all right, we can stop at Tops, I guess.
Are you kidding me?
I'm like, I guess my car's good. But the check engine light was still on.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But I was like, whatever.
Whatever was broken probably fell out and
yeah,
you were good to go.
But like and there was a cop behind me from the 400 all the way to Tops.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, get away. Okay.
Yeah.
Something falls out underneath my car. You're getting hit.
Yeah.
So either way, we make it, we pull in, we go in, come out, car won't start.
Damn.
Won't start at all. Like it'll turn over, but it won't start. So if you know anything about cars, which I was an idiot, but if it's turning over, obviously you don't need to jump.
Yeah.
But in my head, I was like, oh, it's not starting. I just need to jump, which it's a good thing I didn't ask a stranger for a jump. And I just called Dad because he said, is it turning over? And I said, yeah, it's turning over. He said, oh, okay, I'll be right over. So Dad gets there and Mom had to be on a telecon or whatever. So she just walks home. She's
Mom walked home.
She was like, I got to go. So, and me and Dad were there for like another.
Is the telecon really that important to Mom that you can't?
Yeah, well, whatever. She took her pie crust and she walked home.
She walked home.
She literally left all the groceries and took her pie crust because I'm guessing she didn't want them to break by me or Dad just tossing them in the car or something.
Yeah.
If we got it started or whatever. But because I went to grab the pie crust one like in the store off like the weighing table, whatever at the U-scan.
Oh, the weighing table. I thought you said the weighing table.
Or the self-scan. I said U-scan. And she was, so I grabbed them and I just like, it was just like a pie crust, it's not, I didn't think anything of it. So I just grabbed and she said, hey, give me those. Like, okay.
Don't touch my pie crust.
So now
if they break, your pie's ruined.
Yeah, I just, whatever. Yeah, it was a graham crust pie crust.
Graham cracker pie crust, you
Whatever.
idiot.
So we go out and um then dad gets there, mom walks home, whatever. Oh no, she starts walking before dad gets there actually.
Oh,
Because then he got there and he goes, Where's your mother? And I go, oh, she walked
you
home.
walked home
You didn't see her? You didn't see someone walking on the side of the road?
with pie crust.
Yeah, with two pie crusts in her hand. So he gets there, he's looking, and now that we have our flashlights and we're actually looking, we see some more liquid like on like the
Yeah.
beneath the engine, like whatever.
Was
So
it coolant?
he looked at the coolant. We didn't smell it at all.
Yeah. You would have smelled the coolant.
But he definitely goes, yeah, something's overheating. I don't know what it is. He didn't look at it. He checked my coolant. He said it looks fine. It looks disgusting in there, but it looks fine. So now we're looking. Now the fucking cart boy at Tops
Coming over trying to help.
Is like, we had two people before. So we had a girl who came out who parked in front of us who had like she had like a rich bitch car.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was. Like, it wasn't a Mercedes, it wasn't a BMW, but
an Audi.
Could have been. No, I don't know. Either way, but she was like, "Do you guys need a jump or whatever?" And like, "No, we're good." My dad's like 5 minutes away, and I just knew he was already coming, so I didn't feel like asking somebody to jump in my car.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Even though she asked, I could have simply said yeah, but it wouldn't have done anything, obviously, because it didn't need a jump.
Right.
I guess. So he gets there, and then while he's doing stuff, another guy who's just sitting in his car, he walks over and he's like, "You guys good? Need a jump or anything?" He's like, "Yeah, no, it's my dad was like, I think it's something with the fuel line." The dude goes, "Oh yeah, I don't got one of those." And I was like, he's like, "Yeah, I had like, obviously, if I could help you out, I had like jumper cables or whatever."
Yeah.
And dad goes, "Yeah, no, it's something with the fuel line." He's like, "Thanks for asking though." He's like, "All right, good luck." So he walked back, sat back in his car. Now this cart boy who's like, I went to high school with him. He was like 2 grades below me or a grade below me. He annoyed me.
Yeah.
Because he comes up, he just like walks like right up to the hood of the car. "How you guys going?" Like, what? What's going on?
That was the greatest thing I've ever seen.
I was like, he goes, "Oh, the car won't start," or something like that. "Well, I hope it's not the battery." I'm like,
It's like, yeah, dipshit, we checked that first.
I'm like, and I go, "Yeah." And dad just looks at me like, "What is this fucking kid doing?" I wanted to laugh so hard.
So this guy's like 20 years old, working at fucking Tops as a cart boy.
Yeah.
And comes up and goes, "Hope it's not the battery."
Yeah. And then he just like, he's like, "All right, good luck." And walks away. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, so then dad goes, so then after that, dad's like, grabs a can of fucking fuel starter, ether,
Yeah.
and starts blowing it in like a line of something.
Yeah.
He said, he had detached something, and I'm guessing it was something the fuel line. He said it wasn't the fuel line, but it was like close enough, or I don't know.
Close enough.
Because I don't think he could get to the fuel line, but either
Yeah.
way, he said he goes, "All right, I'm gonna start spraying this in. You turn it over." And I'm like, "I'm not gonna blow your finger off, am I?"
That thing is explosive. Yeah.
I always ask dad this, and he always responds with, "Let's hope not."
That's such a dad response.
Dude,
Let's hope not. Like, just fuck it.
Because when you know how when dad had the 2 cars, yours and Tina's, off in the side lot next to our house, because you guys needed some parts, so he just got these ones and we're taking parts from it.
Yeah.
Dude, he's telling me to turn this car over. He's doing the same thing, blowing like ether. Maybe you were there too. I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't think you were, because dude, the fucking thing blew up in his face.
What do you mean it blew up?
Like I'm starting the car, or I was away from it and he was starting it, and like like something fiery happened in the engine. I was like, this is why I always ask.
Yeah.
And I don't get a good answer any time.
No.
Let's hope not, man. I mean,
that's so fucking funny.
so I was like, okay. So I start going, and he's doing it. I see him spraying. I'm just turning over, waiting for this, just a flame to shoot out of this hose and light Dad's hair on fire. So I'll keep doing it. He's like, he's like, all right, stop it, whatever. So he just goes in his truck, grabs a tow line, and
He just dragged you home.
he just starts putting it under my car, gets on the ground, loops it through,
Yeah.
puts it on his hitch. Cart boy comes back.
Oh God.
Oh, you're gonna tow him?
Yeah, dipshit.
He was like, yeah, we're just right around the corner. Oh, it's yeah.
You
well,
know, this cart guy was just like, he just like went back to the front entrance and was like standing at the window, just like.
I was like, oh, what's going on with these
What's
guys?
going
You know? Let me bring a cart out from inside to make it look like I'm doing something. His coworker was like, what are you doing? He's like, no, I gotta go get more carts. I gotta get a starter one to put on.
Yeah.
You know how
push cart. It's the starter cart.
So yeah, he goes, oh, you're gonna tow him? Yeah, we are. Okay. He's like, well, hopefully it wasn't the battery. Like the one time I had
and you're just like, okay, bye.
And then he just kept, but he kept walking. Like he started saying, yeah, the one time, hope it's not the battery. Oh, my battery died. And he just keeps walking away and keeps talking, and you can just hear him getting quieter,
just like rambling on.
And he just keeps talking, and I'm like, what are you doing? No one's listening. Okay, if you were walking away and still talking,
nobody's listening.
Nobody wanted to listen to you in the first place. Okay, so now whatever. So Dad's telling me, oh, hey, so you're not gonna have power brakes, so you're really gonna have to slam on these brakes, and I'm like,
gotta get ready with the e-brake.
I'm like, okay. So he's like, we'll start going, but like you have to stop me. Like I'll hit my brakes. If I hit my brakes, you're just gonna keep rolling. If you don't hit your brakes,
yeah, you're gonna hit the back of them if you don't hit your brakes. So
he goes, just make sure you really slam on them. And I was like, can
we do a test run?
I was like, can we get a test? Yeah, I was like, can we get a test run in this parking lot? He was like, yeah. I was like, he was like, I'll tap my brakes so or I'll just like put my hand up or something like this. And he was like, toss your flashers on, start going. He's like, I'll probably just toss my hand up because my flashers will be on, so you might not like notice right away. And I go, do I have power steering? He goes, no, you got power nothing, Dave.
got no power.
I was like, oh, great. He's like,
so you're cranking this thing, yeah.
Once you start rolling, and
then it's easier to turn, yeah.
I've done it in the Nova and the Mustang. I'm like, okay, I'll be able to do this. But this thing was a bitch to turn.
Yeah.
So he starts going. He calls me. He's like, I'm probably easier if I have you on the phone or something like that.
Yeah.
So we start going, and then he's like, I'm stopping now, and I'm like, slam on my brake, or he said stop now, and I'm like, pushing this thing. He's like, all right, good, you good? I'm like, yeah, all right, so let's go. We start going, and so he gets up to the right hand turn, but we make a left hand.
Yeah, the illegal turn that everybody makes.
So he goes. Now there's a little bit of slack, and I'm like, I hope he doesn't just fucking like, because I mean he's got to worry about a car, probably like 6 feet of tow rope, and then me.
Yeah.
So he can make it out of here. So he's got to have enough room. And then he tightens it up, and then there's this guy that comes up behind me on my ass. I'm like,
of course.
I'm like, dude,
this fucking ass hat.
I'm in neutral.
Okay. Neutral. I got no brakes.
I got nothing. Okay. If he comes back anymore, I'm letting my car roll into you. Okay, buddy?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Fender bender. Your fault. So then dad goes, there's enough room. He goes, and I'm like, so we start going. We're making the turn, the right-hand turn onto Clinton.
Yeah.
And then there's a lid. I get like close to him, like not close, like but like where I get there's slack in there, and then he starts going again, and it's like he tightened it, and then he hit his brakes, and I came closer, and I was like, oh my god! And then we just dropped it off at the mechanic that's right down the road, and
like the one past,
like next to the car wash.
Yeah. Okay.
He's like, he was like, do you want to just pull in here, drop it off here, see if he can take a look at it in the morning? Yeah, sure. So now we have to move the groceries from my car
to his
car.
Yeah.
And we write a note on a napkin, leave it on the windshield. We put the key in the drop
car
box.
sucks ass. Please check.
So he's like, I'll leave my number, whatever. He'll call us in the morning. I was like, all right, I'll just be asleep. If everything's good and you need me to go get it or something like that, just wake me up, blah, blah. I call him, or the next day, he goes, yeah, so Joe said it started right up for him. I go, huh?
Dude's probably like, let me take a look. And it's like, fucking idiots.
He's like, why did these guys fucking drop off his car? Yeah,
you should have tried starting it when you got there. Like when you dropped it off the mechanic, you should have just been like,
I think we did.
Just try one more time.
I think we did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I just realized I burped into my microphone because I'm using this as opposed to that microphone.
He said, yeah, so he started fine. He turned it off, went to go do something, was like, let me come back in a little bit. Started it up again. He said he drove it around a little bit. It's fine, whatever.
Just confused as all hell.
He said he put some oil in because I was down like a quarter tank.
You mean a quart?
Down like a quart, or a quarter, whatever it was. Yeah. I think he said that and he did something else. I don't know. But then on Tuesday, I think it was, when I left, I was hanging out with Will, whatever. We left, the car wasn't there, got back. I was like, hey, my car's here. And he goes, then that's when Dad told me, like, he just did this, whatever.
Right.
And I was like, okay, so good to go then. Just wait for it to die again.
Yeah.
Because I was like, listen, if he goes, yeah, it's gonna be like $1,000. I'm like, nah.
Nope. Getting a new car.
I was even 500, dude. I don't want to pay 500.
That's where I'm at. Right. My car's like, I mean, it's ready to take a shit. Granted, I'm overdue for an oil change. Don't tell Dad because like I'm overdue.
Okay, but it's not like just do it.
Oh, I'm going to. I just mean like if it breaks before then, because I also need my brakes changed because my brakes are starting to get worn.
Yeah, my brakes. I don't feel like doing my brakes.
Exactly. I know how to do both oil and brakes. I don't want to.
I forgot how to do my brakes.
I know I'm gonna go to Walmart to get my oil change because it's like dirt cheap there. And they might change if they can change brakes. I'll do it at Walmart. If they don't change brakes, I'm gonna say fuck it on the brakes. When the car breaks, I get a new car.
Yeah, you got the money for a new car?
No, but I'll fucking take a loan out. I don't give a shit at this point. I'm done dealing with this piece of crap used car that's got 300,000 miles on it.
Does it have 300,000?
I think it's got more than that.
Oh, like the car itself, because you got a new engine in it, right?
Yeah, the engine's 2 years younger, but the engine still is well over.
Because I know your first engine had like 200.
Yeah.
Or like 100, close to 200. So
I think the first engine had like 150. Now this engine has probably got like 175, which is still a fuck ton.
Yeah. So this car alone on the body in itself has over 200 miles.
Shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So I want a new car. I keep looking at, dude. I made a whole. These are all the cars that I want.
Jesus.
Did
Dad show you that he found the Nova on Facebook?
Yeah, he did.
I want it.
No, I'll wait till I'm like 40 something to buy my nice classic car now. Yeah. But I literally wrote down all the cars that are in the running for me.
Yeah.
I wrote down the name, obviously, the miles or the miles per gallon. The price, like the MSRP that they tell you online, even though it's of course going to cost more than that.
Yeah.
And then the fuel tank size, because I want to know how much fuel is it. So we'll give you the running.
Give me like top 5.
Okay, top 5. Let's see. Let me look at them. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like 7. They're all top. Actually, no, they're not. Let me get rid of these 2.
Give me 3 then. I don't need the whole list.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Well, the Ford F-150.
Okay.
Classic. Ford F-150, the Chevy Silverado.
Oh, so you're looking at trucks.
I'm looking at trucks. Well, the Toyota 4Runner is in there.
Okay.
But that one has the worst
Gas mileage?
miles per gallon gas mileage. Unless you compare it to the Ford Raptor, but it's got 16. And I'm like,
Yeah, fuck that.
I'm like, dude, come on. I wanted this car, but like
Yeah.
that gas mileage really just put a dumper on it. Dumper?
A thumper dumper.
Like I gotta go thumper dumper.
Oh god.
How many times you get tased in the nuts? You can't have kids. You should be ashamed. Anyways,
that's
yeah. So Toyota 4Runner, Ford F-150. Yeah, I'm looking at trucks now, but I still have like the Wrangler and the Bronco in there.
Yeah. You should I can't think of the truck. Toyota.
I'm not getting a fucking Toyota truck.
Sorry.
Toyota Tacoma?
Yeah, I love that truck.
No. Ugh.
I like it because it comes in a standard.
Yeah, no. I'm not getting a mid-sized truck either.
Yeah, okay.
Because like
It gets good gas mileage though.
The Ford Ranger.
You don't need a big truck.
I know that, but I don't want a little rinky dink.
Tacoma's fine.
It's not rinky dink, but one I don't. If I had to get one, it'd probably be the GMC mid-sized truck because one, I'm not getting a fucking Tacoma.
I love the Tacoma.
Okay. Two, the Ford Ranger. I'm not a fan of what it looks
like. Fucking Ford Ranger.
That's a Ford fucking Ranger. I'm not a fan of what it looks like, but
I hate the Ford Ranger. I hate it so much. Anyways, this is not a car podcast anymore, so we're done with that story now.
It is a car podcast.
I didn't expect your story to be so long and so entertaining, so it's going to make my story kind of seem like shit. But here we go.
I guess you should just always. We should always have the thumper.
We should always lead with my stories and then go into your stories.
Lead with the thumper dumper.
Lead with the thumper dumper. So yesterday,
might be good.
I think it was yesterday. It was either yesterday or 2 days ago at work. I was coordinating.
New job.
New job. I got promotion. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes. And so I was standing out front. I was in charge of like the queue, or the line, and anything going on out in front of the attraction. Mm-hmm. So I'm standing out there, like near the Fast Pass entrance, and a woman comes up to me, and she's holding something in her hand. Now, to preface this, there are these trees that grow in Animal Kingdom, that were planted in Animal Kingdom, and they drop these like bean pods, is the best description I have. I don't have a picture on my phone. I was supposed to send the picture to myself, but I forgot to. They look, when they drop to the ground, they like dry out, and they are brown, and they look like a turd. Like literally the best description. They literally look like a medium-sized log of shit. Well, small log. Depends on how big your logs are.
Like one of those like long pine cone looking things.
Similar, but less pine coney.
Right.
Well, I mean, it's straight like if you didn't know it wasn't shit, you would think it was shit.
Okay.
Excuse me. So she comes up and so again, like they drop to the ground and they're all over the park, especially in Africa. They are just all over the ground. Most people ignore them. She comes up, she's holding something in her hand. She goes, "Excuse me," and I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" And I look down in her hands and she's opening her hands like this, and she goes, "Is this real?" And she opens her hand, and she's got this bean pod that is closed, but like in the process of like splitting open because they like split perfectly down the middle, and you can open them, and there's like little beans or like little seeds in the middle of them. Yeah. And I go, "Yeah, they fall from the trees." And she starts like laughing a little bit. I'm like, I immediately make the connection. I'm like, because it looks like poop. Like you're a grown woman and you have kids. You're laughing at the fact that this bean pod looks like poop. You child. And she goes, "Are you serious?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Like no joking, like no laughter, no smiling on my end. I'm just like, "Yeah, they're like, fuck you." Like I'm doing a job here. And she goes, "Oh, okay." And just like keeps it. But before she walks away from me, she's got her hand open and now it's fully split open. And the beans, I've noticed, are not in the middle. They're in her. So like she like opened it up, poured the beans out, and kept it all in her hand. So she like goes, "Oh, okay." After I said, "Yeah, I'm serious." Her son runs up, pulls
To
her
you?
hand down, takes one of the beans out, right in the mouth. She picked it up off the ground, Dave. The ground.
Yeah, but it's not like the beans were on the ground.
They may have been. I don't know that they weren't because I saw beans on the ground today. So I know that they when they fall, they crack open, they fall on the ground. Or like the beans will be right there.
Well, so you didn't see her dump the seeds in her hand. You just saw
No.
seeds in her hand.
I just saw seeds in her hand. So
So
I
she
don't
could've-
know for sure that she dumped them out. Either way, the bean pod was sitting on the ground for who knows how long because we don't clean them up.
Yeah. It's just
And
part
I
of
don't
the earth.
know that they're edible.
Yeah,
I
she
don't
should
know
have asked you that question.
Yeah, she just
Is
said,
this
"Is
real?
this real?"
Yeah.
And then her son
Is it
popped it in her
edible?
mouth. She did nothing when he did that, and then she walked away, still holding it in her hand, into the fast pass line, never to be seen again. And I literally, this is what I did. I went like I was on a hidden camera show. I thought for sure, fucking
Ashton Kutcher was
Ashton
coming
Kutcher was
out.
gonna come out of the bushes like, "You're on pranked." And I was like, I pulled. So like we have in our coordinator, like there's like on our phones, we have a group chat between the managers and the coordinators. And I, without hesitation, pull this out. I take a picture of one that was sitting on the ground at my feet. Take a picture of it. Click. That's when I was going to send it myself so I could show you what they look like. And
you have a phone at work and your phone?
yeah. So like I have like the work phone that I use to communicate with everybody, and then my phone's just in my pocket.
Gotcha.
And so I take a picture, I send it to the group chat, and I explain the situation. I go, "Can someone please explain to me why a woman just came up to me and I explained the whole situation?" And and my manager sends back a GIF, I don't know how whatever. And
GIF.
it was like from the Hunger Games, and it was the saying was, "May the odds be ever in your favor." And I go, "So we don't know that these are edible. Nobody ever answered the question of if they're safe to eat or if you should consume them."
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you ask anybody to
Nope.
see if they're consumable? Or?
No. Now I imagine if the byproducts of the plants in a public park, in a theme park where there's going to be people, would be safe for now. I also assume that when this park was built, they probably assumed back in 1998 that nobody's going to eat the plants. So we sell food. Nobody's gonna eat the bean pods.
No one's gonna be like, I don't want to spend $15 on a turkey leg.
I'll eat these beans.
I'll eat these free beans.
I'll eat these ground beans. So I don't know if the kid eventually spat it out. I don't know if he swallowed it. I don't know if they're edible. I don't know if they're not safe to consume. That's what happened to me. Basically, fresh out of training, is like this was like my fifth day of coordinating on my own, and this shit happens, and I just go,
"All right, where are the cameras? Come on."
I'm like, what is going on?
Good actor. She's a good actor, guys. You got me. But
I'm like, I've seen weird shit before. Like people, like when I worked in Fantasyland, and I was in stroller parking one day, and I saw there's this tree in stroller parking in Fantasyland, and it grows these like it's some sort of fruit, that is native to somewhere,
good.
And it is edible.
Okay.
To my knowledge, I would never eat it. Most people probably wouldn't ever eat it. But I was in stroller parking, and there was this kid and his father just underneath the tree in stroller parking, picking the fruit off and eating it. And I'm like,
maybe they know that it's edible.
Yeah, but like, go buy food, you fucking weirdos. Stop eating plants in a theme park. You know how dumb you look when you're at a theme park picking off what's not an obvious fruit to most people? Like, you look like a psychopath. And then these idiots with the bean pods. Like,
the bean pods. And who wants to eat beans anyways?
I don't know. Right?
Who cares?
I keep calling them beans, but I know they fall off trees, and trees don't grow beans. So they were just seeds. They were just seeds, but they look like beans. So I'm calling them beans. But they were seeds.
Yeah, you have to send that picture.
Yeah.
and then we'll get a fruitologist.
Yeah, it was. I mean, and again, like they straight up look like a log of shit. But like, why would you then eat something out of it? Or better yet, why would you attempt to pick it up if it looks like shit? If it looks like doggy dookie to you, why are you picking it up? Why are you gonna touch what could potentially be dog shit?
What was I gonna say?
I don't know.
Does the are fruits are tree? Okay, hold on.
Trees, fruits.
Do trees only grow fruit? If it's coming off of a tree, is it going to be a fruit? Right?
I think like an edible thing from a tree, is that only going to ever be a fruit?
Well, no, because there's nuts. There's walnut trees.
Oh, there's tree nuts, yeah.
Okay, but there's no vegetables coming off of a tree.
There are no trees that grow vegetables.
Right.
To my knowledge.
So
my knowledge is only limited to the vegetables that I know of. But as far as I know, there's no trees that grow vegetables.
What she picked up either had to be some type of nut,
seed, or fruit.
But clearly it wasn't a. Clearly it was a seed that.
It was a seed.
100%. But like what?
1,000%. Never seen a nut that looks like this.
If that's a seed, then the thing that it's in, is that edible?
No, there's no way.
So then this tree's not growing.
I mean, they're like the things that they're in are like it's basically like wood that they're in. It's so like
this tree's not growing anything. It's just dropping a pot of seeds so it can be planted around more. It has no type of consumable item.
Correct.
I would think. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know what the tree itself looks like because I don't know where they come from. I've never looked up and been like, oh, that's what they are. I've just only seen them on the ground and not bothered to proceed any further with the information that I've been given.
What? So there's no trees like directly by them?
There are trees above us, but like there's several different trees in the area.
Oh.
So like I don't.
And I really hope that she didn't pick those off the ground because you know how many people probably stepped on those things?
It would not surprise me if she picked them up off the ground.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to find a picture now by searching seed pods that look like poop.
No, just type in Animal Kingdom. Like Animal Kingdom wherever you're standing.
Animal Kingdom.
Get like a POV of like the ride the entrance of the ride you were at or something.
I don't think that's going to give me an image.
You never know. I bet you I find it before you find it.
Good luck.
Because my Google skills are better. Animal Kingdom. Tree droppings.
Tree droppings.
Okay, they're just giving me the tree of life here. So
okay, this is not them, but this is very similar to them.
Wait, that thing's called the tree of life, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that big ass thing.
Is that real? Right here.
That's not real, right?
This is very close to it. I don't know that it's actually it. So this is very similar to what they look like.
What does it say it is?
That's it split open. That's what the kid ate.
Yeah.
You see that flashing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then that's it closed. Like it looks like a log.
So what's it say that is?
A carob. Carob.
Spell it?
CAROB. This isn't it exactly because the ones that drop on the ground and maybe they like dry out more over time, but like they look more bubbly and more like shit than these do.
Interesting.
But these might be it, just more dried out.
For its edible pods.
Right, well, I guess it's fucking edible.
And as an ornamental tree in gardens. Yeah, but it says the pod itself is edible.
That doesn't look edible.
It is widely cultivated for its edible pods.
Listen, all I know is that you shouldn't eat shit that you find on the ground.
Yeah.
And her son did. And
Hey, I
she
mean-
thought it was poop and picked it up. So it's a fucked up family is what I'm saying.
I've eaten some stuff off the ground probably when I was a kid.
Yeah, but like there wasn't a little kid. Kid's
But-
like 10 years old. Could have been 12. No
Yep.
hesitation, just right in the mouth. A whole bean.
You know, you get dirt in your mouth. It's but good nutrition.
I
So
guess. What if it was poisonous?
then that's his fault.
Yeah. I wouldn't have cared. If the kid fucking died, it's
I don't know. Don't eat the fucking shit on the ground, buddy.
yeah. I don't know.
I had a party last weekend.
Yes, you did.
Um,
Was it like? Did you just have a party, or were you calling it your birthday party?
I just had a party. I mean,
Okay.
I wasn't given anything except for when Ariana got there and she got me a 4-pack of Pilsner Mafia.
Oh,
Like
4-pack
the beer,
of
not
pills.
pill. My bad. And I was like, she said happy birthday, and I'm like, oh, thanks. I don't like beer.
Nice.
And she's like, what? I go, yeah, friend, if you were.
Yep.
No,
Mom told
but
me that she was there, and I was like, gross. And she goes, Joey. I'm like, she hasn't fucking talked to me in years. I don't give a shit about her.
I'm like, shut up. Anyways, but she gives me that, and I go, I mean, I'll try it. And I was like, will I like these? Like, or he was like, they straight up taste like more
Yeah.
beer than any.
Yeah.
And because also that day I had a something summer shanty, which is like a lemonade type of beer. And I was like, huh, not bad.
Yeah.
I go, maybe I found a beer that I could drink. And Ben goes, yeah, that's what I started off with. And now I like all these beers because he didn't like beer either. And I go,
Yeah.
let's go.
Because beer tastes like shit while I drink my piss taste Bud Light.
I'm getting on the beer track, hopefully. Because one, these are expensive. $17.99 for a 12-pack.
These are dirt cheap.
Yeah. Also for the summer shanties, whatever they are, they're also $17.99. But if I start drinking those, then maybe I can get into something like fucking Labatt Blue or Bud Light or fucking anything that's cheaper than $17.99 for a 12-pack.
Yeah.
Get $17.99 for a 30-pack.
Yeah.
Because like I'll get these still 100%.
Oh yeah.
These would be like a good,
But if you can get those on like an occasion as opposed
Like a
to on a
hot
regular,
day.
yeah.
hot day, shirt off.
Yeah. You know how I be.
You know how I be. Yeah, I could drink these all day long. But when it comes to like binging, I'll drink the cheaper stuff.
Yeah.
And like shotgunning.
You want this cheap stuff.
I'm not gonna wait. I mean, I have been not wasting them, but
Yeah.
piece of what I shotgun or I did a funnel for the first time too on 4th of July. Never done a funnel before. But yeah, it was a fun party. I turned my car lights. Also, my car died that night too because I turned my lights on, and instead of having my car running, which I knew what I was doing, I knew that my car would die if I didn't actually turn it on. I literally just had the lights on, but I was only at like a quarter of a tank, which it would have lasted a lot longer. So I should have just done that. But
yeah, it's whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, because I was like, you know, I'll just turn it on, and we'll play our game of beer ball. Because like I got to invest in like a spotlight for the outside, so like I don't have to turn my car lights on. But I was like, we'll play the game. I think we got like 2.5 games of beer ball in with my car on before it died. So then we just jumped it, and I was like, I put it away, and then we all just went to watch the rest of the beer pong inside. I had just before like everything started dying down or whatever, it just started pouring.
Oh damn.
And I had the 10x10 up, and just before like just as like pretty much everything, like people have been going to bed already. Fucking gust of wind just rips out the stakes, bends my pole for the 10 by 10. And I'm like, and thinking about that now, I forgot about it again. It's still sitting on the farm because I kept it. I put it down as much as I could because I can't collapse it anymore.
Yeah.
And I kept the tarp on it because I was like, I want it to dry. But then it rained like that day. So it still was wet. Then it was dry, but I forgot about it. And then I went down and I put it inside the shack so it could dry. And then yesterday when I got to work, I was like, fuck, man, I forgot to bring it up. So now, and then yesterday before bed this morning, I said, okay, I got to get it today.
And now you forgot about it.
And I forgot about it until just this point.
Nice.
And hopefully it's not raining, but because I'll just throw out the stand or the frame, get rid of it because I can't use it unless I just keep it like that. And
yeah. Speaking of rain, as I pointed out before the podcast started, have my soaking wet socks from work today. There is no worse thing in the world, and this is, obvious. No worse thing in the world than wet feet.
Oh yeah.
Or wet socks, I should say, like being on your feet.
Yeah.
So like
wet socks and shoes.
Yeah. What is the longest you would say you've gone with wet socks and shoes on?
Oh man. I would probably be around a golf.
So like you'd say
4
like 4 hours. Yeah.
Because actually we were at it was 9 holes. So probably because I think actually probably wasn't even a full 9 holes. I definitely have had a long time in wet socks.
Yeah.
But from what I can remember, I was at Kaz and it started downpouring.
Yeah.
And I think we were on like hole 5 or something like that. So like 5 to 9. Well, even if it wasn't, my shoes and socks were soaked.
Yeah. The reason I ask is because my previous record had been like, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 hours, maybe 6 max of dealing with it because I was at work.
Yeah.
And I got home and I just like fucking peeled those bitches off, and my feet were like hurting because of how like your feet aren't meant to be wet for that long.
Mm-hmm.
And then yesterday,
they're like whiter than usual and pruny.
Yeah. Yesterday, I blew that record out of the fucking water. I started my shift yesterday at 12:45 in the afternoon. I got to work at 12:30. It started raining at 12:40. And I was once again the coordinator in charge of the outside locations.
Of course.
So the second I step outside, my feet get wet. Because again, as I pointed out to you before the podcast started, my boots have holes in the soles.
Yeah.
So I got to get new boots because you can see they just hold water like this, all water right now.
Yeah.
This is just from today. And so I literally walked outside. I go, well, fuck it. Can't do anything about it. Walked right through a puddle because I couldn't have a choice. And my feet got wet immediately. So it's 12:45. My feet were wet. I finished work last night at 9:30. That is over an 8-hour shift. Yeah. And my feet were wet the entire time. And then I still had to drive home. I actually got to my car and I peeled off my socks and shoes and drove home barefoot.
I was going to say, so 12:45, you got them wet. And then you got off of work at 9.
I would say I got to my car by 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock?
Yeah, because I actually think I ended up I had to stay a little bit later because I was land clears. I was the last person at work. So like I did a little, like just talking to my manager after I was leaving, or like as I was leaving. Get to my car, let's say about 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, I finally get my shoes and socks off in the car.
Okay.
Drive home barefoot. So from 12:45 p.m. to 10 p.m., my feet were wrapped in wet socks and shoes. And that is way too long.
So I think
it hurts to walk at that point.
Next time you're just going to have to put your foot in a plastic bag.
That's what I think I'm going to have to do.
If you're going to wear those boots from now on.
Now, luckily, I've got the next 4 days off work. So, one, my boots will have plenty of time to dry. Two, I might consider buying boots off Amazon so they're here by the time I get back down to Florida
Right.
on Monday. But like let me tell you, I got home and like my feet were still pruny, and they were just like so much pain. So the skin was so tender.
Oh yeah.
And everything was like my foot was just so like tight. It was not good. So I don't recommend. Just don't get your feet wet ever.
You know what's crazy is having like if your hand or foot is wet, but like you get a cut on it, like you won't like notice it at all.
Yeah, because the skin is so like raised and like swollen.
Yeah. So it's like, and then after it's all dry, or like you see a cut on there, you're like, when did that even happen?
Yeah.
I just think about like having my hands in water for 7 hours at Sharf's and
Yeah.
getting cut by like steak knives and stuff, not even noticing. I
Yeah,
just
you're
get
just
little
like, oh.
cuts. And then I take my hand out and I'm like, oh, I got like 17 cuts in my hand. But there's like no blood or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
And what sucks about these boots is like they don't get rid of water very easily.
Oh no.
So like I closed
They
last
soak
night,
it up within 2 minutes.
Yeah, I closed last night, opened this morning. So I was like looking at my boots this morning and I go, they're still fucking wet.
Yeah.
Put my feet in. I go, here we go. 7 a.m. to 4 o'clock. Wet feet it is. And then it rained again today. So it was wet feet either way. So I am barefoot right now to give my feet a break.
Yeah, I'm barefoot too. I feel like putting socks on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say plastic bag, or I guess just get some boots
Maybe
and
plastic
waterproof
bags.
them.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to get new boots, but maybe plastic bags in the meantime.
Yeah, if you don't find a pair that you like.
Yeah.
What are we at?
I don't know, because I don't remember, like, the Zoom call says we're at an hour 11, but I know we're short of that because we started like 20 minutes in.
No way.
It was maybe 15. We were definitely a ways in before we started the podcast.
You started it. We said something.
Well, I got
And
my
you're like-
microphone. My microphone
were like-
wasn't working. Remember that?
Yeah, you didn't start it though. You didn't start it until you got your thing working.
It doesn't tell me how long it's been recording. It just tells me how long the Zoom meeting has been.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So the Zoom has been going on for an hour and 11.
Yes.
Okay, so we're at like 50 minutes.
Probably.
45.
Let me actually see if I wrote something down that I wanted to, talk about.
Yeah, I definitely had something that I wanted to ask, but I don't
Remember it.
So
I actually don't have anything written down. I think that's it. I mean, I don't mind going into wrapping it a little bit shorter of an episode this week.
hold on. Oh, went to casino.
Oh yeah.
On Tuesday,
Okay.
me and Will went to go get Rachel's Mediterranean. Shout
Yeah.
out.
Still haven't had it.
Sponsor the show. If you want, you don't gotta pay us anything.
Yeah.
Except maybe a
Just
bowl
give us
here and
maybe
there.
give a little bit of food.
So we got that. And then we went to
Did you-
casino.
Did you win at the casino? Is this where the story's going?
Let me tell the story.
Okay.
So we pick up. Jane was at Rachel's. So we pick her up, and then she was in her. We're like, "Do you want to go to the casino?" She's like, "I'm in my work clothes and I smell like ass." And I was like, "You smell like Rachel's Mediterranean.
Well, it's
the
fine to
most
me."
delicious smell ever." And she's like,
Yeah.
"No, like I smell like bad." So whatever. So we went to her house. She got a shirt, and we picked up her sister. We all went. Will was like, "Oh, by the way, I have no cash," but it was his idea to go, and I go, "Why the fuck?"
Yeah, better use that fucking ATM for the
I go-
$5 charge.
So I was like, well, because I told him I had to stop at a ATM, and he goes, "Oh yeah, so do I." I go, he goes, "So could like I borrow some and I'll just Venmo you?" And I'm like, "Dude, it was your idea. Like, why didn't you just have?" He was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know." So he's like, "I'm gonna pay you back." And I'm like, "I know you will, but like, whatever." So we stopped at a Tops. And the Tops that we fucking went to didn't have a Citizens ATM. It
Of
had
course.
a Tops one. So it gave me a $2.99 fucking fee.
Yeah.
And then
Bullshit.
on top of that, I'm pretty sure I got
Citizens
charged.
charges you too, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I got charged for like a foreign
Yep.
ATM fee. 2 times, like $2-3 ones. And I was like, dude, what?
That shit fucks you. It's bad.
So I took out $200, right?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm winning today. Okay. Take $200 and I gave $20 or $40, $20 to Will, I think. And he gave me $21.50. He split half the surcharge of the thing until I found out, that
You got charged more than that. Yeah.
But either way, because I told him it was 29, they didn't have it. So either way, I go there. I do my regular, I go to the video poker.
Yep.
I sit down at the quarter machine. I'm betting $1.25 per hand.
Where are you? Hamburg or downtown?
Yeah, Hamburg.
Okay.
So I sit down at the quarter machine, $1.25 a hand playing. I'm not feeling it. I never really understood, like, I put $40 in. I was using it. And then I switched to a different machine. It was me and Will, and there was an open machine. So I went to that one, started doing it, gave me some play. And I was like, I'm just going to go over to the dollar machine. So now I'm betting $5 per hand because I'm max betting this shit. So I can get like a good fucking, because dude, the guy that I work with,
payout, yeah.
The guy that I work with, he was like, dude, you better, like, I tell him that I go there, but I only bet like $1 if I'm on a dollar machine. He's like, that's how I'm not winning anything, because you get $1 and then you win your dollar back. Then you get $1, you win your dollar back, and then you lose it, then you get it. So you're not getting anything. He's like, that's why you're not winning, whatever. He goes like every day. So he's telling me, and he always tells me like he can feel like if the machine wants to give him something, which I'm thinking it's just bullshit. Like,
that's what people say when people go to the casino regularly. They're like, when a machine's ready to pay out, because if it's like you're winning a little bit, 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 and it's like there's gonna be a big payout. And that's what everybody says. Yeah. It's like this shit's fucking random. Like there's no. It's a casino. They're there to take your money. There's no big payout ever. I mean, there are because they have.
Well, yeah. But like, I go to the dollar machine. $5 a hand. I'm going, and nothing. And I lose the first $40. So I put another $40 in.
Yeah.
I start going, and I'm getting like, I get a 3 of a kind, which is 15. So I go up a little bit, and then I lose some. Then I hit like some just jacks or better, which is either like 2 pairs of jacks, 2 queens, whatever.
Yeah.
Hitting some of that. I get down to $22. I get fucking 4 kings, $250. And I'm like, because like I was like, dude, I just keep hitting it, because usually I was betting $5.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I literally was like, I want to go, because I'm gonna keep losing money. Usually I'm just like, I'm gonna lose money, whatever.
You already took the money out of your bank account, so you're like, fuck it, this money's gone as far as I'm concerned.
But it was giving me like, I usually only ever getting, but I was getting like I got a few 3 of a kinds.
Yeah.
I missed some hands in there, of course, but I got a few 3 of a kinds. That's the only reason why I kept playing it. And then I hit, I think I hit 3 kings. I held them, and then it gave me the 4th king, and it just it kept giving me the like paying out until I hit $250. Got up to $272, because I was at $22 and something cents, 50 cents, I think. So I got up to $272, and I fucking lost almost $100.
Why didn't you stop?
I was like, oh, it gave me that.
That's the big payout that you take your money out of.
Yeah, I literally, like, regular me would have just left right away. But I was like, wow, I've never hit this much. Like, I've never hit that many 3 of a kind.
You're like, I'm on a fucking roll.
And I never hit a 4 of a kind before. So I hit a couple more, and then I switched back to like quarter machines again. And then I walked out with 185. So I basically won like $100, because I lost my first 40.
Yeah.
And then if you just give me my 40 back from that I put in the machine, it was like $105.
It's not bad.
Which I was like, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take $100.
Yeah.
But I really wish, like, and so I get over to Jane and Marie, and then I see Will coming over. I'm like, what, you get anything? He shows me he had like $54. Like, what'd you start with? He said I was at like 35 or something like that. So, or 30, because he had $10 of his own.
Yeah.
So he won like 15 or 25. And then I walk over, and James was like, yeah, I lost 10. and Marie was at like $1 something. So she finally cashed out. It was like 13 cents because it's like when you're that low, it's like what are you gonna do?
Yeah, you
know,
can't
just
even bet. It's fucking.
So she just kept hitting and it got down to 13 cents. You couldn't do anything about it. So we get up and Will said, "Oh, I'm at 54," and Jane was like, how do you do that? And he goes, points to me and she goes, "What did you win?" And I go, 185. She goes, "What?" And I go, "Well, see, I didn't open my mouth. I didn't open my mouth because I wanted to make you guys feel bad."
Yeah.
I was like, "But trust me, Jane, I've lost a lot of money. Like
several $1,000s.
Like I've been to the downtown one and I lost $80 one time with Mom while I was there. I think one more time with Mom, I lost like 60.
When I went for my birthday with Mom and I think it was Grandma, it was like my first time there after I turned 21. Yeah. I lost. I think I like had maybe like $60, $60, $70. Almost instantly was gone.
Yeah. So I was like, listen, Jane, you lost your $10. You've been here like 4 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've lost all those times, but I've been here since I was 18. Yeah. And I think like one time I had won like $50, whatever, but this is my biggest payout I've ever gotten. 250. Yeah. Except I lost fucking more of it. But
we'll have to go while I'm home.
Probably won't have time. Depending how long you're here for.
I'm here for 4 days. There for 4 days.
So maybe Sunday. But I could just like feel it in my chest. I was like, I should have just fucking walked away, man.
Yeah, like, you would have been up. You would have been up big.
And then I was like, I can't even like. I walked away. Plus.
Okay, yeah, that's all that matters. In the moment, that's all that matters. You were up and you walked away.
I literally had to just keep saying that to myself. And
I say to you should have walked away, but like I'm the same way. When I went for first time ever going to the casino, I was betting like I didn't have a lot of money. I was like I was doing the penny machines.
Yeah.
And I was betting, 10 cents. Fucking nothing. And I won on like, let's say a 25-cent bet max. There's no way I was any higher than 25 cents. I won like $50, which is essentially the same thing as you, it's like it,
Right. Yeah.
And I got that all the way up to like 80 and I couldn't stop. I couldn't walk away.
Because you're like, I'm feeling it. It's like, it's just going up. Like, and then
you're like, I'm doing well. Like, there's no way I can go down from here. And then you go down and then you're like, fuck. So I still walked out above that day, but like I could have walked out a lot more above.
Yeah. And I was like, I literally have to stop being like, because like Jane and them, they lost money completely.
Yeah.
And I was like, I came out on top, $100 more than $100 richer than I walked in. And then like, even in the car, once we left, I was like, now I'm like, okay, just shut up. We'll be good. But like I have cash in my pocket now, like all the time now, not all the time, but like since that day I've had like the 200.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just want to go back now.
Yep. It's addicting. It's a problem.
But I don't go that often. So
I learned very early on that I have an addiction to gambling. And it was very obvious because of my addiction to arcades at a young age, which you also felt like you've been to arcades, like
well, it's like the claw machine that I fucking. It's like it's $1. I was that close.
Yep. It's like you got to try again, and like the arcades, like I remember, like when I went to Cedar Point one time, I like made sure I got enough tickets to win an electric guitar. Like that's how I got my electric guitar.
Yeah.
Was tickets at an arcade. So like, did I spend less money than buying an electric guitar? Absolutely. But I still spent a decent amount of money on tickets. Like it's like the addiction started. I was like, I gotta play more skee ball. I gotta play more fucking this, that, whatever. Like I was like, if I ever go to a casino, I'm screwed.
At least if you play skee ball, it comes down to skill and not just hey, the house always wins.
That's true. At an arcade, you win.
Yeah, you couldn't easily win
you may only win a pixie stick, but you win.
Yeah, as long as you're skillful. If you play in skee ball,
yeah. Although I guess at an arcade, no, the house definitely wins. You at least walk away with something, but the house always wins at the arcade.
Oh yeah, they're getting your money. It's not like you're getting your money back.
Yeah, because you're paying $10, you get 10 tickets. You're buying a $10 pixie stick.
Yeah, and a pixie stick legit costs 5 cents.
Yeah.
It should be 5 cents.
Yep.
Ay.
Anyways, let's do it here.
All right.
I forgot that I won last week and I bought McDonald's last night. I was gonna ask, but I'm not gonna ask you now. I'm gonna something else.
Let's refresh. Pick a number.
9.
Jacob and Wilhelm were the first names of what literary brothers? I have a guess.
I think I've got it.
Okay. Hold on, let me.
I'm not
Still
gonna write it
writing this
down. No, I'm not gonna write it down because if we're super wrong, like we're just gonna skip to a new one.
All right. On the count of 3, in case.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Grim. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only thing I could think of. Yep.
Yeah. Let's go. Should we keep the points for that?
I feel like we'll just split them 1 and 1 or 2 and 2.
Yeah, we can go 2 and 2. Fuck it.
Right.
I'm gonna write it down.
I was like, I think these are brothers.
It's gotta be, right? Like it's gotta be the Brothers Grimm. So I'm happy.
I didn't know that's what they were called. I was like, I thought it was called the Grimm brothers. Either way, I knew brothers was in there. So I was like, okay, I think this is it.
The Brothers Grimm. So that's 2 points for me and 2 points for you. That was our best one yet. Honestly, we haven't gotten an answer right in so long.
I wanted to see if there was a quick a year one that we could just see if somebody could come out on top. But that was good. We got that one right.
Do a quick refresh. Let's see if there's one more in there.
All right.
That was very.
This is just for a point. If somebody gets it right. If nobody gets it, then we'll just move on and go to ending of the pod. Breathe.
You know, Shannon doesn't know how Pig Latin works, or didn't know until today.
Why? She didn't care enough? I mean, it doesn't surprise. Not that it doesn't surprise me. Like, I think she's dumb or something. But
she was trying to say somebody's name over the phone to me today in Pig Latin. I go, that's not Pig Latin. She goes, well, I don't know how it works. I go, it's easy. And she goes, you know how Pig Latin works? I go, yeah. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's easy.
I have to really hold on. Let me see a word.
Just kind of like boggled my mind.
Odiaxe?
Where? Oh, for Zodiac, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I figured I had it right.
Yeah, you just take all the letters before the first vowel and put it at the end, and then add A at the end of it.
Oh, before the first vowel?
Yeah. So like,
I just thought it was the first letter.
No, it is if the next letter is a vowel. So like
province.
Oh, province would be Avens Pre. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Not Ravens Pay.
Correct.
Okay, so I knew. Yeah, I knew partially. I knew.
Yeah.
I just thought it was the first letter.
So now Shannon wants to speak fluent Pig Latin, I believe.
Yeah, it's not even like a real thing.
It's not a real language. That's what I told her. She goes, "There's no
Okay.
Google Translate for it." I go, "Because it's a fake fucking language. Nobody speaks fluent Pig Latin."
I can't find one. I think
that's fine.
I think we'll just stop it. And whoa,
what
happened to your Oh, on my end, your camera just was like wonky.
Oh, yeah. Whenever you stop sharing your screen, it like goes out of full screen and like freezes momentarily. But it's fine. Dave, where can the people find you?
My name's Dave. You can find me.
I got a basketball game tomorrow.
_ David Sharkey _ is my Instagram. I think like 2 weeks ago, I said I had a picture that I wanted to post.
I don't remember.
And I don't think I ever posted it. And I don't quite remember what I actually wanted to post, which is upsetting. But either week, I would say, would be
probably that Rachel's Mediterranean.
What week is? Yeah, honestly. I mean, it wasn't the best that I had at Rachel's because new guy made it. Oh. I heard afterwards. Definitely good, but it just wasn't like Will got fresh steak because Jane made his. But I thought she was like out the like her shift ended at 4 and we got there at like 3:58.
Yeah.
So I thought I wasn't gonna bug her. Like I wasn't gonna be like that person, like, oh, I'm waiting for her. Like I thought she was gonna be out the door soon. So I was like, he said, oh, what do you want? And I go, okay, I'll just tell you. Apparently I found out after he was a new guy and fucking
fucked up your shit.
not that it would have mattered because my problem was that like the chicken was just like it
wasn't fresh.
Yeah, it was sitting there. You could tell it
Yeah.
wasn't warm.
It had been there for a little bit.
But no, it was still good. I'll say Rachel's. Yeah, I'll say Rachel's. Chicken shawarma.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to try that while I'm home.
Yeah, that's good. Is that it?
Yeah, I guess that's it. You said social media need of the week. You can follow me on my photography Instagram at Sharky_photography. I think I've got some pictures on my phone that I'm going to be uploading soon-ish. Don't know when. You can follow me on my regular Instagram at Secret Agent Sharky. And you can subscribe to my YouTube channel at Joe Sharky and check out my latest vlog.
Good stuff.
Yes, good stuff. Great stuff. My eat of the week, pretty basic. I had some frozen chicken nuggies in my freezer that I made twice this week. And I think they're Purdue chicken nuggies. Got the fancy shit.
Purdue? What the fuck is that?
It's a company that makes chicken.
Oh, not Tyson.
They don't make chicken. They make chicken products.
Oh.
But yeah, I made some. I didn't have a lot special to eat this week. I bought some groceries because I've been spending way too much money on food or like takeout. So I went grocery shopping. Just been eating basic food. So frozen chicken nuggies with barbecue sauce.
Do you eat anything but takeout?
I do sometimes. Yesterday I had McDonald's, as you heard, but that was not my eat of the week. The chicken nuggets from my freezer were better.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, actually, that's a fucking lie. That is not my eat of the week.
Okay.
Sorry for the aggression. My eat of the week, I went grocery shopping, and I decided I'm going to eat some fruit because I haven't had a lot of fruit recently. So I bought strawberries, blackberries, raspberries, and blueberries.
Oh, yeah.
All of the berries. And I've been bringing a little like Tupperware container of a little fruit salad. I'll just like throw the strawberries in, and then I'll like place the blackberries and the raspberries in between the strawberries, and then I'll sprinkle the blueberries on top. It looks very nice. I took a picture. That's how proud of it I was. And yeah, it's dumb. But I'm going to show the picture because I was very proud of this fruit salad. It was just very pleasing to the eye. Like, doesn't that look nice? It's a little
it looks delicious.
Yeah, right?
It doesn't look as fancy as I thought it would, but it looks good.
Yeah, it looked better before I took the picture. This is after I took the cap off, which like if I had taken the picture first thing in the morning before I put squished it all down, it would have been better.
Yeah.
Anyways, so for the past like 4 or 5 days, I brought a fruit salad to work, and it is just, I fucking love berries. They're delicious.
Oh, berries. Ooh. Watermelon's top fruit of all time. Oh,
yeah, but it's great. But berries, fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Because they're just easy,
Yep.
And
today, so like I've been avoiding like putting sugar on them because I'm trying to be a little bit healthy. But today I was like, fuck it. A little bit of sugar sprinkled on top of there. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
It really gets the juices out. Delicious. That's my eat of the week. As for the podcast, you can follow us on Twitter at CSGPod. That is CSGPOD. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Shuffle Podcast. Please make sure you are subscribing and click on that bell. Get those notifications. And you can also subscribe and follow us anywhere you listen to your podcast audibly, specifically Spotify and Apple Podcasts. That is where we promote the most. I don't think I've got anything else. For those of you that are subscribed, once again, we are at 32 subscribers. We thank you all so very much. Make sure you brag about us to your friends.
Yes, we're funny.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. We will talk at you guys next week for episode 90. We're coming up on episode 100. We're going to try and do something special. I'll see what I can do.
Why did you just double wink right there?
I was just thinking. I didn't double wink. I was just thinking. You fucking.
You were like trying to do something special, and I was
Oh,
like,
I didn't. I thought I said it on 90 because I was thinking about what number we were on.
all right,
Just something special. I just had a twitch.
okay.
Yeah, we're coming up on episode 100, and we're very excited for it. Anyways, thank you so much, guys. We'll talk to you guys next week. Bye bye, everyone.